There's more than one fault. The Fault in Our Stars was directed by Josh Boone, stars Shailene Woodley, Ansel, Elgort, and Nat Wolff, and it tells the story of Hazel Grace, a girl with originally thyroid and then lung cancer, and she meets in a support group. I already forget his name, never mind, Augustus Waters, and they sort of had to hit it off while cancer is just constantly in the background, just looming and bad stuff. I want to start this review with several notes before I say actually anything about the movie. First, I am not criticizing the book. I'm criticizing the movie. I did not read the book. It does not make me any worse of a person, and the book should not change my perspective on the movie. I'm looking at the movie. Second, I'm not a guy who hates, this isn't the type of movie I would like. I've seen plenty of romance movies that I loved. I have sobbed at several romance movies. I sob at movies constantly. Okay? Just getting that out of the way. I am perfectly open to this type of movie, and I'm looking at only the movie, not the book. Got it. I'm going to start with the main fault, because I'm going to keep going with this pun. And the main fault was, I don't know if it was the character or the actor or a combination of both, but Augustus, played by, I keep forgetting his name, it's like Ansel or something, was not good. I'm actually going to look at the character because I think it's more of the character's fault. He is not real. He could not seem less real. Every single word that he says, everything that he does is just like, it's not something that someone does. And the actor, literally the same expression, same inflection with every single line, just like, hello, Hazel Grace, I'm the best guy ever, and I think you're beautiful. And she's like, oh! This has nothing to do with the movie, but the audience also brought down my experience because I could not stand these people in the movie. That every single time something happened, it completely brought me out of the movie, and that could have been why I didn't like it a little bit more. Reason I didn't like it is because every single second there's like, ah! Every time they do something. And that is the main problem of the movie. The reason that it didn't hit that emotional chord with me, the reason that it never really hit home was that I never felt that it was real. Augustus was just so out there, and he's one of the main people that you have to care about, and I just... However, on the opposite side, and luckily more in the spotlight, is Shailene Woodley playing Hazel Grace, and she redeems this movie so much. She is absolutely amazing. She does an amazing performance, so emotional, but unfortunately, I didn't cry. And I usually do cry at movies, especially movies like this. I didn't cry because I didn't care enough about Augustus, so he really brought down her performance even more. Nat Wolff as Isaac was funny. He didn't really have that much to do, but the scenes that he did have were good. I thought his character was a bit underused. There could have a little bit more tragedy being underlined there because he walks into a surgery that removes his eyesight, and that could have been something really deeply emotional, but it's kind of skated over that in favor of Augustus, who, like I said, is not that cool. The soundtrack. On its own, I would have said that's a good soundtrack. If I listen to the album, I like the music. I like that kind of music, kind of the alt rock. But what I don't like is nearly constantly throughout every scene is when that music is playing, and usually very loud, and sometimes you can't even understand what the characters are saying because there's so much alt rock in the background. From what I'm saying, it does sound like I hated this movie. I did not by any means hate it. It was perfectly decent. I did have, my expectations were a little bit higher. I heard some great things. I even heard that it was a good adaptation of it, that it was like pretty dead on, and that the book was so amazing in the first place that I thought it was going to be pretty good. Unfortunately, it's not. I'm going to get a lot of shit for this review if you're a teenage girl watching this because it was perfect and I just don't understand. It's like, I do understand. It wasn't done that well. The director didn't handle it that well. And I'm not going to say much else. I am going to get shit for this, but I give The Fault in Our Stars a B-. It's pretty underwhelming, not worth the admission price. I definitely wait to rent it. But other than that, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.